Thanks,
This is Shoop, 101 West Mug. Did you guys read the thing that I left you on the site visit solid waste to-do list? I guess you probably won't comment on it, but I think the orders, you talk about cuts, you hire people to do this kind of stuff and paying them that kind of a wage, and this doesn't even go along with the ordinance as the way I read it. It's got way out of hand. Just some of the stuff on here, a door leaning against the back shed that looks pretty eliminated and rotten and should be disposed of. A wrinkled trash can, this is what they want me to clean up. A wrinkled trash can, the lid was off the garbage can, I'd stepped on it, you just push on it. Seeing that in the yard, you know, I mean, this kind of stuff, a trash can, a piece of plywood leaning on the shed, they didn't like. A piece of plywood. I had used it the other day because I had to get underneath the car, and it's a thin piece that I can handle. They didn't like that leaning up against the shed. Some bike parts on the table where I was working on a bike, they didn't like that being on my picnic table. I had some miscellaneous tractor parts and car parts on a picnic table. They didn't like that, you know, that I was working on. The only thing I could see on this whole list had a filing cabinet out there. They didn't like being out in the yard. I mean, this is environmentally not hurting anything. It's not doing anything wrong. The only thing on this list that I agreed to that could have caused a problem was I had some cans underneath the shed that were metal. They looked a little rusty because it gets, you know, a little moisture on it and stuff just from not really rain. And it could, you know, actually, you know, rust through and maybe spill on the ground. Now, you've got these people out doing this, and if you read this, I've had other people read it, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous what they're doing to me. I'm going to fine me $513 on stuff like this. I mean, come on. If you want to get rid of some people, maybe you ought to get rid of some of these people. I mean, to go out and do this. They're not doing their job right, and they're not doing according to what the law is for what I see. I had a piece of stone foam laying against the shed out there. They didn't like that. I clean it up or I get fined $500.